Well, you got to hear that great speech from Tanya. You see all these great glitzy lights, and then you get to hear from the government guy. And you can tell I'm from the government, right? You can see how I'm dressed. I was telling Mike Butcher and Patrick Halford earlier that I wish I were dressed more like all of you. I'd probably be smarter, have newer ideas. I'd be more creative. You saw what Tanya used for her remarks, right? She had a tablet. This is what I have. But that's the reason I love coming to these events and why we're so happy at the American Embassy and in USAID to work with BelBiz, a fantastic organization, to support events like this and to support all of you. Because even though I've been in the government for 20 years, you learn a few things. And one of the things I've learned in all those years, in all the countries I've worked in, from Latin America to, of course, the United States and Europe, is that it's all of you. It's your companies, it's your ideas, it's your excitement, it's your intellect that really, when it comes right down to it, makes the world a better place. And I really mean that. It's usually not the government that does that. Yeah. You really do deserve to give yourself applause, and I really mean it. Because it's you, it's all of you, who are the type of people who see the glass half full, not half empty. And Lord knows the world is full of too many people who see the glass half empty. You look for ways that you can. You don't get stuck on why you can't. You're not afraid to fail. Now, nobody likes failing. Nobody looks for failure, but you're not afraid because you know that failing is how we learn some of the most important lessons in life. And boy, am I having a hard time teaching my two young boys that. But it's really true. Anybody who tells you they have not failed has never competed at anything. I don't care whether it's in business or athletics or law. I always got a kick. I used to be a lawyer, and I always love to hear lawyers say, "I've never lost a case." I'm sorry. That means you never actually had a case. You never tried. You never competed against anybody really good. Same goes for business, and all of you know that. And your success is tied to making lives better, to finding ways to make businesses more efficient, to make people healthier. Somebody mentioned war games, giving people more fun, making life better. And to do that, you promote new ideas. Your companies promote ideas. You promote creativity. You're not afraid to speak your mind. Your companies want you to do that. You want to speak out and give your opinion. In the United States, we like to talk about the marketplace of ideas. That's why free speech is so important to us. We want to hear people's ideas, even if we don't like them. We want to hear them. If we don't like them, we can give our opinion. And that's what you do in your businesses. That's what you try to do every day, to come up with the best possible ideas to make things better. I have tremendous respect for that, and it's another reason why I'm glad to be here in front of all of you. You're making things better, and that's something I've learned after 20 years working for the government. Now, the government does play a role. Usually the best role the government can play, as you all know, is to stay out of the way. Right? I mean, but the government can't always do that, and one of the reasons is a word I mentioned before, and that's competition. Business is competition. Trade is competition. And competition needs rules. If you play football, or if you play basketball, you don't like the ref usually any more than anybody else does. But any competition needs a ref. And that's one role governments can play, and if they play it well, they make competition more healthy, and they make sure that the people who should benefit from competition get that benefit. They can also play a role making the impact of competition a little easier to deal with for those people in society who maybe don't have the same ability to compete, or maybe didn't have the same opportunities that everybody else did. So that's something else that governments can do. The reason I'm here today, and the reason we're here today, and the reason my great colleagues at USAID have worked so hard with BelBiz is something else that governments can do. Because we're everywhere, right? Governments are everywhere. We can provide platforms, like this conference today. We can connect people. We can help people understand how other governments work. We can do a little bit to help you along. I'm really proud of what our embassy has done and what USAID has done just in the last few years, supporting innovation, supporting startups, supporting ventures. Things like this conference today. Every year I love to participate in something called Global Entrepreneurship Week, which we do all over the world. We work with BelBiz on their Tech Minsk Entrepreneurship School and many others. And just last year, partnering with BelBiz, we launched a new 5-year, $2.5 million project called Aid Venture to support exactly the things you're doing, exactly the things that all those booths represent outside, all the things you're going to talk about today with the truly world-class, excellent list of presenters you have. All those reasons, all the things I've just talked about, are reasons why I'm really proud to be here today, and why we at the American Embassy, we in the American government, we in USAID are proud to work with BelBiz, are proud to work with many other organizations in this rising tech power Belarus to support all of you, because as I said, it really is true that all of you in your efforts every day are making the world a better place. Thank you very much and have a great Venture Day.